Hey there, hello and welcome. It is Madeline here, and tonight I am talking about how you are innately worthy just in your beautiful beingness. And I have a special announcement tonight about a challenge that I'm going to be hosting in our group. Okay, I'll talk about that at the end. But this came up for me because I'm not sure it was last night or the night before. I was on a coaching call with one of my business coaches, and in conversation, this isn't what she was talking about specifically, but in conversation, she discussed how she used to suffer from doing this, right? She used to feel like she had to be in action mode all the time, in doing mode all the time, as opposed to in her beautiful beingness. And I was struck by that because I have suffered from that disorder as well. And this is a common thread in all of my clients, okay? All of my clients, and it comes up in just about all of the people that I talk to on a regular basis, right? This feeling of I'm not good enough and I'm worrying about not measuring up and not doing the right thing, and I'm wondering what other people are thinking about me. And it's sneaky because it doesn't just show up like that, right? And I believe that it's prevalent in my clients, in my client base, because I work with high achievers specifically, mostly. And right, so that's one of the ways that it shows up. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being a high achiever. I'm a high achiever, but I used to suffer from this syndrome, and it rears its ugly head every now and then for me as well. And actually, it reared its ugly head for me in recent weeks because I was pretty sick. As I mentioned, I had a nasty bug, and I was hard pressed to slow down and not do anything and give myself the rest that I needed in order to recover, right? So I rarely get sick. So, and this bug took me out. And again, it was hard for me. I think there was a couple of days where I just like laid around. I barely got dressed. And initially, what was going through my mind was all the things that I should be doing, right? That I should be doing at home, that I should be doing in my business. And I was able to catch myself pretty quickly because I do this work. But this is prevalent with my audience, with my client base, because you are high achievers, right? Again, not a bad thing to be a high achiever. If you're, there's people watching live, say something in the comments so I can see who you are, if you'd like, because I can't see otherwise who you are unless you say something most of the time. So it shows up in this high achieving mode, right? So do all high achievers believe that they're not worthy or trying to, hey, Ebony, good to see you, girl. Thanks for saying hey. Nice to see you. Suffer from this syndrome? No, of course not. But a lot of them do. And if you're suffering from anxiety, then this is probably going on in your background, right? And so, and how does that start? Well, it starts right away as soon as we enter this world, doesn't it, right? Because as babies, from our cribs, we learn pretty quickly that if we cry a certain way, mommy or daddy will come, or whomever will come to love us, feed us, or change us, right? And then that's how we're receiving love from mommy and daddy, right? And then as we grow up and evolve, we learn that we have to behave a certain way in order to continue to receive their love, right? So not only their love, but now their approval, right? And as a young child, right? So our beliefs are formed between ages 0 and 7 or 8, depending on the psychology school that you study. I studied to the 7, right? So about 7-ish years old. And then this expands into our siblings, right? Our family members, everyone who is important to us. We begin to learn at this very young age, between 0 and 7, right, that we need to behave a certain way in order for them to like us, right? In order for them to love us, in order for us to gain their approval. And then as we grow up, right, we have to behave a certain way. Maybe that's get good grades in school. Maybe it's, today kids are pretty busy, right? Performing in sports or activities. I talked to a young lady last night who was riddled with anxiety and a little bit, hey Stephanie, good to see you, beautiful, who was riddled with anxiety. And she's in college, and she told me about her 3.9 GPA that was just okay. Yeah, that's okay, she said. And she was an athletic rock star on one of the sports teams at school. And it was making her sick because she didn't feel good enough. Okay, so, but stay with me because it's insidious, right? This I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough. It's insidious, it's sneaky. It doesn't just show up like that. It shows up as I'm high achieving, right? Like I'm striving. So then as we excel through our lives, right? And then we get the good grades in school, we do fantastic in college, and then we get the career and the job and the promotions and the money and all the things, right? Because I know you got all those things. And then it becomes what else do I have to do in order to be worthy of love, of attention, of affection, of appreciation, of acceptance, the 4A human needs that Deepak Chopra teaches. And this is what's fueling our anxiety, because along the way, we forget, right? We forget, and we're not trained in our human modern society that we are lovable for just being ourselves, right? After that crib stage, right? As soon as we stop walking and talking and getting into things, now mommy and daddy start to scold us, right? And then we start to learn that we can't, if we do things, we're going to make mommy and daddy unhappy, right? So that's really fundamental. That's really basic, okay? So, but then see how this continues into our adult lives, okay? So we're in careers, in jobs, in relationships where we're people pleasers, right? We go above and beyond what is normal or acceptable in order to please the people we're trying to impress, right? So again, this could be your partner, your siblings, your friends, your coworkers, the leadership that you report to, right? And we've got this story going on in our mind of, am I good enough, right? Did I do a good enough job? Am I making my partner happy? Am I a good enough mother? Am I a good enough student? Am I a good enough friend? And we get caught up in am I good enough? And our unconscious, right? So this is really deep in our unconscious. That mind in our heads, that inner critic is telling you bullshit stories about how you're not good enough and what are people going to think if I X, Y, Z, and is my company, this change is going on at my company. Am I going to make the cut? Did I do a good enough job? Do I need to be working all the time so leadership will see that I am dedicated and loyal and hard working? And this is what fuels our anxiety, isn't it? That's right. It also shows up as perfectionism, and then I'm going to move on, right? It also shows up at perfectionism, which is not a good thing, okay? So I was in finance by trade in my last life, in my past life, so, which is a very exact, right? It's a very exact science field, and I worked with a lot of perfectionists, and they were proud of being perfectionists. Okay, so perfectionism is nothing to be proud of. It's actually the lowest form, lowest standard possible, because there's no such thing as perfect. So you're always setting yourself up for failure if you are a perfectionist. I invite you, if that's you, even if you are in an exact science like like a numbers world or a scientific or data world, that you don't strive for perfectionism, that you strive for excellence, okay? Excellence is a real standard. That's the top standard that there is, and strive for that. And you do that by doing your best, right? And if you do your best and you can't get to excellent, then maybe you should be doing something else, okay? But that's a lie for another day, I think. So what does this show up as? Okay, so let's fast forward to now. We are about the age that we all are. And this looks like you're working all the time, perhaps, or you always need to be doing something, right? So back to where we started. You always need to be doing something because at the deep unconscious level, you think that you don't understand that you're just being you is good enough, right? That you're just being yourself, reveling in your beautiful beingness is enough. It's more than enough. That your higher power, whatever that means for you, loves you, adores you just for being you. And the only time that you can actually feel that love from your higher power is when you're still, right? When you're still and you allow yourself to just be, if that makes sense, right? So that's why today I want to invite you to a meditation challenge that I'm going to be hosting in the group only, right? So if you're watching this on my business page or on YouTube or LinkedIn or wherever else I'm going to put this, right? You have to join my private or Instagram. You have to join my private Facebook group to be a part of the challenge, right? Because this is something special that I'm doing for the people that are hanging out with me in this group, which is a private container, right? That I want to create for you, where you can heal your anxiety, depression, trauma, whatever is going on with you in a private space where the whole world is not going to see, and you're going to be surrounded by high achieving, beautiful people of your peers. Ooh, that was a lot of P's. Who get you, right? Who get you, who love you, and are going through the same thing as you and are on the same journey as you. Okay, so that, and I'm gonna lead you in a meditation in just a few minutes. But let me tell you about the on. I'm going to give meditation, right? I'm going to teach you how to meditate. I'm going to teach you about the benefits of meditation, and I'm going to either lead you in a short meditation or set you up for a meditation that night. So at the end of our challenge, you'll be all set up to have a solid meditation practice. So meditation is one of the founding principles, in case you haven't guessed, of my Primordial Power program. Okay, meditation is how I healed my anxiety, because meditation is the gateway behavior, I like to call it. It sets you up and puts you on track to practice all the other positive behaviors, right? Eating right, sleeping well, exercising, and working with a coach or mentor to push you into the next level. Okay, I hope that makes sense. And so I healed my anxiety not strictly from meditation, but as I mentioned, I started with meditation, and then that gave me the strength, the mental agility, and the consistency to be able to implement all the other positive behaviors in my life. And now, right, so now that I am a practitioner of NLP, I'm a master practitioner and trainer of NLP, mental and emotional release, and other badass tools. I can put the benefits of meditation on steroids, and we can heal your anxiety, depression, trauma, blocks, bust through those blocks pretty easily and effortlessly. Okay, but I tell you about all that in other stuff, in other posts. But today it's all about meditation, because meditation is the foundation for well-being. It is one of the founding principles, right, of my Primordial Power program. How I get amazing results fast for my clients. So if you just implement a regular meditation practice, you will see amazing results in your life, okay? I guarantee it. I guarantee it. And then all the successful people are doing it, okay? All the badass successful people are meditating, right? So I'll tell you, they'll tell you they have a regular meditation practice. So I'm going to start with Tom Brady. Didn't make it to the Super Bowl this year, so I didn't watch. But he meditates on a regular basis, and he tells you that is one of the founding practices of one of the foundation of his success. And although he didn't make it to the Super Bowl this year, he's still the athlete who has made it to the most Super Bowls ever. Okay, so Guru Tony Robbins, Oprah Winfrey, the obvious Deepak Chopra, Ray Dalio, who is the founder and CEO of Bridgewater, the largest hedge fund in the world, meditates on a regular basis. And in his book, Principles, he tells you that on a regular day, he meditates, I think 20 minutes a day. And on a busy day, he ups that to 30 or 40 minutes, because he knows that taking more time for himself to spend in silence and stillness is going to make him better during the day, and is actually going to give him more time during the day. Yes, my loves, meditation gives you more time. And I'm going to talk about all of this stuff in detail in the meditation challenge, right? So, and it's going to be a 21-day meditation challenge, because it takes 21 days to create a habit. So I invite you to look for me or that video every day for the next 21 days, and you can ask me all the questions, any and all questions that you want about meditation or anything along those lines. Okay? So, and again, before we go into the meditation, I just want to remind you that you are infinitely worthy. You are innately worthy of love and everything that your heart desires. That your creator, your higher power, whoever that is for you, loves and adores you always, no matter what. And if you want to feel that love, if you need to feel that love, it's in the stillness, the meditation, that you're going to feel it directly. Or if you're really cut off right now, I get that. I was cut off for quite a while. Meditation is going to open that door, reconnect you back to yourself and your true self and your higher power. Okay, so we're going to start on Monday. I'm looking at my calendar. One moment, please. The 10th, Monday, February 10th, or whenever you're watching this. And then we're going to go every day. Okay, so let's get comfortable as we prepare for meditation. And I'm going to teach you a silent mantra-based meditation, because that is the most powerful meditation style in the world, in my opinion, and in my teacher Deepak Chopra's opinion. So that's what I'm going to teach you, because it's badass, and I know that you can handle it. We might talk about, and I'm probably going to share different types of meditation styles with you during the meditation challenge, okay? But tonight, we're going to start with a mantra for just a few minutes. So I invite you to get comfortable, okay? And in a seated upright position, you want your spine straight, shoulders over your hips, neck long, crown of the head reaching towards the sky, okay? Close your eyes and bring your awareness to your breath. Play some music. Hopefully you can hear that. If not, I tried. Okay? Just notice your breathing in and out through the nose. Maybe take one or two deeper than normal breaths. If you're a former student of mine and you have your primordial sound mantra, use that. That always trumps everything else. And if you want to use today's mantra to mix things up, use it as an extra meditation, okay? Now start silently repeating to yourself, without moving your tongue or your lips, I am. I am. I am is a complete statement. Doesn't need anything else to follow it. Other things will come. Let them come and go. I'm going to give you some ideas. I am worthy of love. I am beautiful. I am love. I'm lovable. I'm an amazing child of God. I am. I am light, and the light is me. I am. I am awareness. I am consciousness. I am the universe. The universe is me. I am. I am. Continuing with your eyes closed, release the mantra and bring your awareness back to your breath. And when you're ready, when it's comfortable, slowly open your eyes. I hope the meditation was comfortable. You can let me know in the chat if that was comfortable or if it wasn't, or if something came up for you. Okay, so you meditated today, okay? So if you were with me, you meditated today. Today's day one, but we're going to start officially on Monday, okay? But you can start ahead and start counting today, okay? So we'll meet in here. We'll meet in this group, and you're welcome, love. So we're going to meet here every evening, 7 p.m. Eastern. And I'd love for you to join me live so I can feel your energy live. But if not, look for the video and you can do it on your own. Ebony's been meditating since June of 2019. Oh, so exciting, so exciting. You're welcome, you're welcome. Oh, Pamela, you're welcome, you're welcome. And so join me live, right? So do you have any questions? Put them in the chat now, and I'll be happy to answer them live. I'll wait like another minute or so. But otherwise, throughout the challenge, you can put them, you can put them in the chat. And I've set this group up. Namaste, beautiful. I've set the group up so they're a learning unit. So I'm going to see if I can put like the challenge videos like all in one place so you can find them easily. Okay, I don't really know how to do that, but I'm going to try and figure it out for you so that if you do come back, if you're going to watch the replay during the challenge, that you can find it easily. And I hope that you don't have to search through, like the feed in our group, although I do hope that you watch the other videos in the group. Okay, So I hope this serves you, and I will look forward to seeing you in our 21-day meditation challenge, which is going to be everything you ever wanted to know about meditation, right? So at the end of that challenge, you will be set up to have a regular practice, a regular meditation practice, okay? And if there's someone that you know that you feel that could benefit from being a part of this group, awesome, Ebony. I will be so excited to see you. See you there, my love. Invite them, right? Invite your friends to participate, okay? And I will look forward to seeing you then. And until then, I will see you in the gap. And we'll talk about the gap in the challenge as well, okay? Be blessed. Namaste.